Hello, guys. This is Mrs. Z. This is lesson 7, fifth grade, module 3, problem set. Okay. Um, solve the word problem using read, draw, and write strategy. Show all your work. George weeded 1/5 of a garden, and Summer, there's a George and there's Summer. Summer weeded some. Some is not a number. Some could be any number. So George weeded 1/5 of a garden, and Summer weeded some of the garden too. When they were finished, 2/3 of garden still needed to be weeded. What fraction of garden did Summer weed? So imagine that this is a whole garden and plan is 1/5 did George. Plus Summer did some of it. Okay. When they finished, 2/3 of garden still needed to be weeded. So these George and Summer and 2/3 that is left must equal the whole garden. So when we think about that way as a whole garden, then we know that this is G for a George, this is S for a Summer, this is L for what is left, and that is a whole garden. Okay. So the fractions are not the same. So the leftover in the fifth that George did, and leftover is in the terms of thirds, and George did fifths. So the pieces are not the same. The first thing to show is we should show what fifth can be changed and what third could be changed, so we can see whole garden into equivalent pieces. They are practions with the same size. So when we think about this least common denominator for 5 and 3, they're both prime numbers. So definitely we can say 5 times 3, 3 times 5 will make me a 15. But the easiest way is for kids to understand, if I skip count by 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, I will get to 15. And I also, if I skip by 5, 10, 15, so the least common denominator for both would be the 15. So 3 times 5 will give us 15, and 5 times 3 will give us 15 as well. So when we know that, we can kind of rearrange our equation by saying 1/5 plus S plus 2/3 must equal a whole. Okay, so times 3 and times 5 will make us the same equivalent parts. So when we say that, 1/5 will be the same as 3/15 plus some 15s. We don't know, some are 15s, and 10/15s. One must equal 15/15s, because one whole is same as 15/15s. So 15/15s is the whole. Okay. So now we know that leftover and the George parts will be together, making about 13/15. 3 plus 10 is 13/15. So we know then 3/15 plus 10/15 plus S must equal 15/15, or 13/15 plus some 15s must equal 15/15. Summer 15s must be, so right there we can see that 13/15 and 2/15 is the same as 15/15. So right there we can see that S equals 2/15. So Summer did 2/15 of the garden. That George did 3/15 of garden, and then 10/15 are still needed to be done. So how we can show that as in a picture, we can see that whole garden would be, let's see if we have here 2, 4, 5. Let's do. Let's do. Okay. So it's hard to create a picture. So this is fifths, and I'm going to do the thirds like this. Okay. Okay. So when we have 5 equal pieces vertically, those are our fifths. Okay, so we will go and make 5 pieces. So the fifths, if we cut the fifths into 3 pieces, we will make 15ths. So this part has to be equal in 3 pieces. So it has to be 2 lines. If I wanted 3 pieces, I need 2 lines. So 1, 2, but it will create 1, 2, 3. So 2 cuts create 3 pieces. And then when I do horizontal line, my whole garden is going to be in terms of 15ths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So the whole is 15/15. It's a whole garden. Okay, now we need to figure it out. How much is 1/5? 1/5 is a George, and he is 3/15. So if this is a George, I'm going to say that's George G. George. Okay, he is 1/5 or 3/15. Okay. We can do from the back if we want them. We can see 2/3 were left. So if we think about thirds, how many in terms of 15, 2/3 are same as 10/15. So we can count and say, okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 is left over. So these are leftovers. I'm going to take the pink to be our leftover. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, 6, 9, Okay, this is left, and then it turns out that this part here is summer. She did 2/15. 2/15. We like to label all so we know this is George. 1/15, 2/15, 3/15, and then this is leftover. It's 10/15. Okay. But this is a whole garden. The whole garden, we change it into the 15s because the five with the fifths and the thirds fractions could be easily cut into the 15 size pieces. So when we have a whole that we can have a same equivalent pieces, 3/15 represent George. 2/15 will be summer, and then 10/15 is left to do. So 3 is 2/3. 2/3 is same as this is left. Okay, left. So it is the same as 10/15. Just to make a little addition. So we need the right answer. What fraction of the garden did Summer with? And Summer with 2/15 of the garden. 2/15. The okay, no. Summer with 2/15 of the garden. And now we are done with this problem. Okay. I hope this was understandable. And we are moving to the next one. Next one says, Jean spent 1/3 of her money, 1/3 of her money on a pack of pens. 1/2 of her money on a pack of markers. Pack. Jean spent 1/3 of her money on a pack of pens and 1/2 of her money on a pack of markers, and 1/8 of her money on a pack of pencils. So what she bought is a pens, markers, and a pencils. What fraction of her money is left? That's the question. What fraction of the money is left? So it's the same thing. The one represents the whole money she had. So if we think about this, 1/3 she spent on pens, plus 1/2 she spent on markers, plus 1/8 she spent on pencils. And then plus what fraction of her money is left? Plus left money, or M for the money, must equals the whole money that she has. Whole money. So if we think 1/3, thirds are not the same size as the halves, nor are the same as 8. So we need to find out the least common multiple for all three numbers, 3, 2, and 8. We definitely can skip count by each of them till we find the least common multiple that both creates. So we will know then we have to change them into same pieces in order to add fraction parts of the money so we know how much is left of the whole money. So if I go by, let's do 3, 6, 9, 12. So every time you add 3, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Okay, let's try 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. But I'm not sure that 8 will work till now. We have for 3, 6, and for 2, 6, and we also have a 12 and 12. But when we think about 8, we can think about 8, and 8 and 8 is 16, and 8 and plus 8 is 24. So we needed to see if we can go all to 24 for the next for these numbers. So 18 plus 3 is 21, and then plus 3 is 24. So far I have 2 that are 24, but then I can see 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and then 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. Okay. Some kids will see right away that we are possible when we have the prime number 3 and the 8, that the least common denominator is 24 for all three of them. So, and also 2 can change into 24. But the best way is skip count till you find the least common denominator. So what this means is that I need to change 3/3 into 24ths. I need to change halves in the 24th, and I change 8s into 24 pieces. So let's use this. I'm going to rewrite my, and then whole has to be also in the terms of 24th. So I'm going to rewrite whole equation plus 1/2 plus 1/8 plus m must equals the whole. Okay, so 3 times 8 is 24. 2 times 12 is 24. 8 times 3 is 24. And the whole is 24. So the numerator and denominator needed to be multiplied by the same number in order to know how many pieces of each we have. So 1/3 is the same as 8 24ths. 1/2 is same as 12 24ths. And 1/8 is the same as 3 24ths. Plus m must equal 1 whole is 24ths. When we add them, now the pieces are the same size, and we can add them. Before they weren't, and these were the thirds, these were halves, and these were eighths. So they were not the same size. Now they're 24ths, 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 24ths. 8 plus 12 is 20, plus 3 is 23. So we have 23 24ths plus leftover money must equal 24 24ths. So we can see that missing part is 1/24 because 23 24ths plus 1/24 will be the same as 24 24ths. So M equals 1/24. 24th. What fraction of her money is left? 1/24 of the money is left. Okay. We can show this if we try to do this. If I try to create like 8 by 3 rectangle, it will give me the 24 pieces. We can represent that as, okay, so we're gonna, I need the other one better. So if these are the thirds, okay, and then the eighths, 3 times 8 is 24. So we will have all her money into groups of 1/24. And then we can do by colors. So this represents the whole 24 24ths. So if we see that green are 1/3, 1/3 is same as 8 24ths. So let's see, that is 8 24ths. So 1, okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 24ths is her money for the pens. Okay, half is 12 24ths. I'll take a pink. That's 12 of 24. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12 24ths is the money for markers. 1/8 is 3 24ths. So I think I have another highlighter I can use. Let's do this blue one. So this one, 3/8. I'm gonna use this. 1, 2, 3. So right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I messed up. 2, 4, 6, 7. I need one more. So I'll do that. What I'm gonna do? Hold on. Let's do this. It's okay. I'm going to use. So I made mistake instead of. You see how silly you can make mistake. 8 12s. I highlighted only 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 12s represents 1/3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I need one more to be 12. That means half for the markers. And then now I need 3 12s for pencils. 1 12, 2 12s, 3 12s, and then 1/12 of the money is left. of her whole money, 1/12. So if you think about this represents 1/3 or 8/12. That is pence. Okay. This represents 1/2 or 12/24. And that are markers. Okay. This represents 3 1/8 or 3/24, which are pencils. And this represents left money. Left money. 1/24. 1/24. Sorry, I was writing 1/12, and it's each is 24 pieces because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 pieces. Each piece is 1/24. I kept writing 12 instead of 24. 1/24. When I'm trying to be quick, it's so easy to make mistake, guys. So slow down, don't rush into it. Show as many details as you can, so anybody who does not understand, by just looking your picture, he or she will be able to figure it out what is the problem is about. So it's kind of hard to see, but that's it. So to complete, what fraction of her money is left? The fraction of money is 1/8. 1/8 is left of her money. But so if you want to answer as a fraction, right, in a words problem, what fraction of her money is left? 1/8 of her money is left. Done. Okay. I hope that was good for you. That was a problem 2 in our problem set. Okay. Move on to the next one. Oh, I kind of mess up with the paper, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. We always do. Okay. Number 3 says, shall be bought 2 ounces of a tube. So 2 ounces means 2 holes of the tube of a blue paint. Okay, she uses 2/3 of an ounce to paint the water. She uses 3/5 of ounce to paint the sky. And some, which we don't know what number, to paint a flag. After that, she has 2/15 ounce left. How much paint did Shelby use to paint her flag? Okay, so when we think about math sentence, we can think about what total is. So 2 ounces must equal to 2/3 plus 3/5 plus some paint for a flag. Let's do F for a flag. Plus the 2/15 that it's left. So this is paint for water. This is sky. This is a leftover, which we don't know. F for a flag. And this is left. All is 2 holes. 2 holes. 2 holes. 2 ounces. 2 ounces. So how we can see that 3, 5, and 15, they're not the same fractions. And the thirds are 3 people sharing the pizza, or fifths are 5 people are sharing pizza. And 15 means like 15 people are sharing same pizza, if you think of the terms like that. So we can easily skip count from by 3 to 15s and by 5 to 15. So we need to change both thirds and fifths into the 15s. Then we can figure it out how much of each 15s she was using for the painting. So 2/3, 3 times 5 is 15, and 5 times 3 is 15. When we know that, we can proceed with our understanding. So now this 2/3 will change. I'm going to rewrite problem here. 2 holes must equal to 10/15 plus 9/15. 3 times 3 is 9, 5 times 3 is 15, plus unknown part, which is for a flag, and plus 2/15. Now, when we add these all parts of 15s, we can say, okay, 2 holes must equal 10 plus 9 is 19 plus 2 is 21/15 plus F must equal 2 holes. Now, in a term of 15s, 1 hole is 15/15. And another hole is 15/15. So when you think about these to be the same pieces, so 2 holes would be 30/15. So if we think that, so 30/15 have to be equal to 21/15 plus F. Now, how many 15s we need to be F to be in order to add to 21/15, then all would be equal to 30/15. Of course, we can see that unknown here, it has to be 9/15 because 21 plus 9/15 will give us 30/15. So if we find out how much paint did she use for the flag, she uses 9/15 for the flag. If we want to show that in the picture, we should have 2 holes with the 15 parts, And then if we highlight each 10 parts, 9 and 2, we'll see how much is from the all 2 ounces. Let's see if I can recreate. I'll do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 7.5 and 7.5 would be 15. But I want to see if I have the length from here, 7.5. So I don't want to go, it's going to be tough to recreate this. Okay, let me see, that's not work. So kind of have a hard time to we'll need them smaller than a half centimeter if I'm going to show 15 by 15. So let's see this. Try best 7.5 that way. How far it's going to go in here? 7.5. Maybe I can make it smaller than this. About this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So it would be if I take just 1/8 of an inch. I can make a very small, but still gonna go work. Okay, so that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Should be this way. That would be teeny tiny 15s, but that's okay. We'll try our best. If I can make work. Okay. Now it's gonna be, so I need about 1/8 less than a whole 2 inches. Okay, oops, again. Should be this way. That's okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. Let's go try it. Very. Just gonna I should put music on. So when I do this, I like to listen to music. Okay. Show 15 horizontally. Oh no, what did I do? Silly me. Need only 3 by 5, and I'm making a 15 times 15. I'm really tired. Okay, so Mrs.Z is so tired. That's definitely true. Okay, let's figure it out that wrong way. Okay, if this is 5 and this is 3 pieces, so I need 2 lines. So about 1 here and 1 here. Okay, so I am so tired, guys. So I just was making 15 times 15 pieces instead of just 5 times 3. But that's okay. Okay, so now each of these is actually 1/15. Huh. Okay, and then I need one more, such this one, which is going to be about this much. So let's go. 1. Okay. Didn't think through. So it's okay. Make mistake is okay. It's already been late night, so I'm tired. Okay. So each is 1/15. So thinking about labeling, those are 2 holes that represent 30/15s. And that's what is going to be. Okay. 1/15. 1/15. 1/15. 1/15. Okay, this one 1/15. 1/15. Okay, and then this one. Okay, so when you look now, 10/15 first to show that is 2/3 are same as 10/15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10/15s are the water. Okay, that's water. Okay, then the 9/15s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 are 9/15 is a sky. This is as for a sky. And then 2/15s are left. Let's see, this are 1, 2/15s are left. Okay, left. And then we got ourselves 9/15 is flag. So I can use that's blue, it's gold, purple. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9/15s are flag. Oh. You see, guys, it's okay to make mistake as long as you figured it out and on a way and you fix your mistakes. There is no shame. The shame is only if you're lazy and you don't want to do work. But when you make mistake, you go and figure it out. What did you do wrong? And then you fix it. This is that paint 2 holes that represents 2 ounces. Then we change 2/3 into 10/15s. So 10/15s is she's painted sky. Then we change 3/5 into 9/15s that she painted water. This is water, and then this is sky. And then 2/15s are left, so that left us 9/15s to be used for a flag, because when we changed the pieces into same size, we were able to see the 2 holes represents 30/15s. 21/15s she painted sky and water, and 2/15 and plus 2/15 that were left. So it comes out that 9/15 adding up to 21/15 will give us 30/15 that makes 2 holes. So our she painted flag using 9/15 of the paint. Okay, we're gonna go next. Okay, it's a little bit tricky because of the color. Jim sold 3/4 of a gallon of lemonade. Dwight sold some lemonade too. Together, they sold 1 whole and 5/12 gallons. Who sold more lemonade, Jim or Dwight? So in this case, 3/4, Jim sold 3/4 of a gallon of lemonade. 3/4, that's a Jim. Okay. Dwight did some plus D for Dwight, and that is a question mark. Okay. Together they sold, that has to equal to 1 whole and 5/12. So part makes a whole. The total they sold is 1 and 5/15 of a gallon, 1 whole gallon and 5/15. If he did 3/4 of a gallon, that means he almost like 1 gallon. So the rest would be the white. So we need to have, the first thing we need to have understanding, because these are the 12s. So we need to change the 4ths into the 12s. By multiplying by 3, we know that we can change the 4ths into 12s. So when we change that, Jim did 9/12 plus the Dwight must equal 1 whole and 5/12. Now, when we think about what would be 1 whole and 5/12, we can think that 1 whole is 12/12 plus 5/12. Together, that will make 17/12. So now you know that 9/12 plus some number must equal to 17/12. So if we look, I'm going to go over here. So 9/12 plus D for Dwight must equal 17/12. And now you know what 9 plus what makes 17. So Dwight is 8/12, because 9/12 plus 8/12 equals 17/12. So we know that Dwight is 8/12. Okay, so now who sold more lemonade? That's the question. This is now we know how much each sold, but now the question is who sold more lemonade and how much more. So we know that Jim sold 9/12 and Dwight sold 8/12. Now we know that difference in between 9/12 minus 1 minus 8/12 is going to give you 1/12. So the difference between boys is 1/12, and Jim had 9/12, and Dwight did 8/12. So Jim had 1/8 more than Dwight. Okay, 1/12 more. 1/12 more. Now number 5. Leonard spent 1/4 of his money on sandwiches. He spent 2 times as much on a gift, 2 times as much on a gift for his brother as some on a comic books. He had 3/8 of his money left. What fraction of his money did he spend on a comic books? So this is a little bit trickier question if you think that, but it's not too hard. Leonardo spent 1/4 of the money for sandwich as. Okay. Then he spent 2 times as much on a gift for his brother as on a comic books. So 2 times as much as a comic. So if I label comic books as a CB, to get to the present for his brother, gift. So gift was 2 times as much as comic books, 2 times comic books. So that would be a gift, G, for his brother. Plus, he did buy comics books. And then he also had 3/8 of the money left. That all has to equal to 1 whole. It's a whole money. Whole money. So I look at the fractions. There are 4ths and there are 8ths. So it's easy to change the 4ths into the 8ths by multiplying by 2. That's our first step. So now we can say, okay, 1/4 is really 2/8. Well, I'm going to rewrite here because of this mess of the light. 2/8 plus 2 times CB plus CB. It really makes 2 groups of CB, and 1 more group of CB will make 3 comic books practically. Like it's 2 times as much as comic books would say that he spent twice as much as comic books. So that means twice for a gift and 1 for real comic books. That would be a 3 times CB comic books plus 3/8 must equal. Now the whole is 8/8. Now we have a part that is the same size, 8, 8, 8. So we're fine. Now 2/3 plus 3/8 makes 5/8. 5/8 plus 3 times some number must equal 8/8. So when we think about what needs to be, what would be the 3 groups of one of this to make 8/8? So answer here has to be 3/8 because 5/8 plus 3/8 makes 8/8. And from 4th grade we know that 3 times 1/4 makes 1/8. Sorry, 1/8. 3 times 1/8 makes 3/8. So we can say 5/8 plus 3 times 1/8 equals 8/8. Or if you can see this as, you can see this as 5/8 plus 3/8 equals 8/8. So we needed to distinguish this 1/8 because that is how much is comic book. 1 comic book is 1/8 of the money. 1/8 of money, but 3 times 3 parts of it we had. So we know the answer. What fraction of his money did he spend on the comic books? He spent 1/8 of his money on a comic books. He spent 1/8 of his money on the comic book. If I change this, I'm gonna try to make this 8 pieces. Imagine that this is 8. 8. I will make this to work. Okay, make that. Okay, 2, 3. So, okay, so 1/4 is each is 1/8. This we change first into equivalent fraction that makes a whole. His money is 8/8. 8/8 is whole money. Okay, so 1/4 he spent on sandwich, and 1/4 is also as 2/8. So this much, this one and this one, he spent to eat his sandwich. Okay, then 2 times same as 2 times same as comic book, but twice on a gift and plus comic book, it means 3 parts that there is. But and then we can label the 3/8 that he left. 3/8 is this left. So you can see in the middle exactly that how these 3 parts play. So this 1/8 is comic books, and this 2/8 is the present. So now we can see that how this twice as much as this. So if the comic books is this, twice as much is this. So he spent 1/8 of his money on a comics books. And he kind of figured it out, and we fixed the, this mess from the page before. I hope this was understandable, and I love you. I try my best, and see you next time.